hunting Nundle in winter, in the wet, with my young fella. It's cold. And it's our first day out. So we're just heading down into a gully to see what we can see. We've got 3 days of this. Got a couple of good mates with me as well. Simon's up front. Tim and Darcy hunting another part of the forest. Looking for fallow and pigs. But at the moment, all we're looking for is a bit of sunshine to get these deer warmed up. We found a really good gully system. It's fantastic. This contour goes all the way around the base of the peak, and it looks like once you're in there, if you pick your track, you can basically walk right around and walk out on the same contour, or only climb 1 or 2 contours on a very slow, easy climb. So if we had to get meat out of there, it'd be a lot easier. There's a dam down there of all things. I'm not sure if it's just a natural catch or it's actually an old physical dam that someone built, but this is a very, very good looking bit of country. We're going to head back to camp, get ourselves ready. Boys call me. And have something to eat and think about our afternoon hunt. Quarter past 11. Visibility 30 metres if I'm lucky. It stopped raining and it's not so cold, but boy, the fog's come in. Yeah, it's making it hard to see what we're doing, but I suppose this is winter hunting, so we'll see how we go. Stick close to me, buddy. Try to step on the soft stuff. Well, heading back to camp, we spotted this little fella. We decided to take him for the freezer. He's going to be very, very tasty. We might even have his back straps this evening. So we've got one for the morning, and we'll see if we can get ourselves a buck, or hopefully a pig next. G'day guys, day 2, about an hour before first light. I've come out for a look around before heading back to camp for breakfast. Good news is very little rain last night, and combined with a pretty much dry afternoon, maybe the rain's done with us, or at least mostly done with us. My idea was to scout a paddock before first light, then come back when I can shoot, but all I saw was kangaroos and of course one very timid little rabbit that I managed to get about within kicking range. So he finally broke cover and ran across the track and into the trees. So as I said, back for breakfast and then see what day 2 holds. There is a particular place in the forest that we want to check out in the afternoon, so we'll probably have a shorter hunt this morning, get an early lunch and put some gear in the car because we might be gone for a while into the afternoon and evening. And it's about an hour drive from here as well, so we'll see how we go. We've already got one deer hanging up in the trees, so if we get another one that'll be great, and of course if I get myself a good pig I'll be very happy. Just me and the boy this morning. We're just checking out the wildlife. All native at the moment, but hopefully we'll bump a deer or a pig. We're just walking the tracks and taking it easy. We've got a big hunt coming up for this afternoon. Oh well, we've had to stop for a feed and some water, and now we're heading back to the truck about 300 metres away. And for those of you who want to bring your kids hunting, just his kit there is a combination of hunter's element, spiker, ridgeline, and maybe even a bit of hunt tech. And the pack is a camelback. Now it's got no bladder in it. He's just carrying a bottle of water and some snacks. Can't quite see it, but around his neck there's a set of kids' earmuffs. So whenever there's a shot to be had, I'll ask him to put his earmuffs on, and you can see, like all kids, concentration's starting to fade. So if you get an hour and a half or 2 hours of concentrated hunting, you're doing pretty well. Then again, there's plenty of adults I hunt with who struggle to do that as well, so he's probably way in front. You know what they say, don't give up. This one was literally behind my truck, and at about 150 metres we saw it run. So that's me, that's my 2 meat animals. I won't be shooting again. As you can tell, I'm a bit puffed. So we're going to drag this one back to the truck and go back to camp. The boys are going to be happy, or possibly jealous, but we've got 2 for the weekend, so me and my little bloke, we're happy. It's Sunday afternoon, so day 2. Sun's out. Just going to back up here a little bit. Go over that paddock. No, it's nothing. Yeah, sun's out. Fantastic afternoon. See if we can find some deer. We're all out together. An afternoon stroll with firearms. See if we can see some deer and enjoying the sun. Might see if we get one for the other guys. So let's get to it. Well, that's day 2 done. The weather's dropping off really quickly. It's certainly a clear blue sky for the evening. I think it's going to get really cold tonight. So tomorrow we'll think about what to do and get back after them. G'day guys, welcome to day 3. Yesterday's fine weather, bright sunshine, lulled us into a false sense of security, I think. Got back to camp, temperature just dropped really quickly. Wind came up westerly and it brought the rain back with it, and we've had a pretty cold, hard night. The camp's a bit of a mess, but not too bad. I'm about to have some coffee. It is 6:30 in the morning. I'm not sure if we're going to get much light today, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully we'll get a chance to get out and maybe try and see some deer. If not, we might have the day in camp and tidy up and do a bit of packing up, and maybe pull out early if this weather sticks. Okay, well, here's the joy of winter in the mountains. The weather has improved slightly. There's a very fine mist, or mizzle, as my wife would call it, which is a combination between mist and drizzle. The wind has dropped considerably, and it is very, very cold. Spin around. There he is. You'll see the young fella up front. He's wearing every item of clothing he's got. And Tim's a bit further up, again, looking for a deer. My young bloke's about puffed out, really. So we're just taking it easy today and making sure Tim's in the best opportunity to get a deer. So 3 days away hunting in winter with the young guy has worked out really well so far. Tim's heading further off. My little bloke's failing. Looks like day 3's worn him out. He's having a bit of a feed. But him and I are going to head back to the car, then come up and pick Tim up. He's done pretty well so far, but I'm looking at him. He's a little bit, He's failing, so we're heading back to the car. Let's go, buddy. Well, that's day 3 done. We had a short walk this morning, but it really tired out the young fella. We came back to camp, had a really good lunch, prepped out some of the meat, and we've just been out for the last couple of hours. We did a pretty good climb then for our last look around. That really tested him. He's actually crashed out in the back of the truck. For a winter hunt in a location that we haven't been to before this time of year, this has turned out to be a great adventure. Yeah, we've got a couple of things wrong, but I think we've got about 90% stuff right, and I'll go through that list and talk about what that was. But a big part of our learning is how to make it better next year, and also how to hunt with my boy, and hopefully get my second boy out here as well. So with that, I'll see you later, and next time you see me, I'll be probably back up the Brisbane Valley.